about like the logic behind it and what makes sense based on history, right? Fanatec's been in the game longer when it comes to direct drive, as far as even like making more steering wheels that you can put on each wheelbase, right?
Right.
So it seems like Logitech, since they're not on that level when it comes to that, it seems like they wouldn't put out a wheelbase that's like $400 more. $400 more than the competitors like base wheelbase.
Yeah.
It's been proven because they have direct drive technology and like capabilities already proven, right? So why would you why would you have a higher price point than them? You know what I'm trying to say?
That's why I'm trying to. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what kind of bells and whistles are on this thing? Because right about now, all your top like sim racing series and stuff, dude. Most of those guys are using Fanatec's.
Yeah. They are. They either using that CSL 2.5. But yeah, that's the one that they're usually using, man. I mean, like, listen, I'm just saying, like, I like Logitech. I think Logitech's a good company. They have good customer service. But I'm talking about as far as direct drive, I wouldn't spend that money. The reason why I'm saying this because I said this in a Facebook group. Somebody was talking about how that was such a good deal. But me and this other guy, we came in and we said, okay, there's so many other options, like better proven options. You have Fanatec and you have Sim Magic, and then you also have Mazda.
I was going to say, there was Mazda, the wheel that we talked about last week.
We talked about that last week. Mazda has an R5 bundle. I think it's R5. Anyways, you can get the pedals, the steering wheel. That is detachable, just like the Logitech, of course, but it looks more detachable, right? A Logitech steering wheel, a Mazda steering wheel, and a Mazda direct drive base with the pedals. You can get all that for $599.
That was $500, right?
Yeah, $599. And
you know what I think? I think Logitech needs to send Keita Auto a wheel for testing. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, put a one in the chat. Logitech, send me a wheel.
Put a one. We're gonna lobby for Logitech because we're very curious to know why this wheel is $200 more than a Fanatec, man.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, listen, I just paid for what I paid for with my Fanatec GTDD, the Gran Turismo version. I paid $650, right? I already had a pair of Fanatec V3 pedals, and I paid $419 new for those shipped. So $419, right? Already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I paid $650 for the wheelbase, and then $419. Now, that's a little bit over. That's like $100 over more what the Logitech would be.
But you got a whole kit.
But I got a whole kit I can start right now. You understand what I'm saying? You find that Logitech, you're paying that, and you don't have pedals. You can't start right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, bro. To me, it doesn't.
Well, let's do this. Let me play devil's advocate, right? Just real quick. All right. So everybody has like Logitech, or not everybody, but a lot of people have I have a Logitech keyboard mouse, like one of with the brown switches that do all of the snazzy little light stuff on the keyboard, like a gaming keyboard.
Yeah.
Spent like, I don't know, maybe like $120 on that. And it has like support, it has like the support app and everything and all that. And, if you have Logitech keyboard, mouse, stuff like that, and maybe you also have a Logitech G29. I'm totally sounding like a Logitech salesperson right now. Then you can also have the Logitech Direct Drive wheel, right?
Yeah.
And it'll do the same software update suite, right? Where it sees like my G29 and my keyboard and all that. It'll see the wheel. It'll do the updates. You have that support mechanism built in. Is it worth the extra money for all that when you don't really even have those type of issues or really don't require that really truly with Fanatec and the other ones? I don't know. I don't think so. However, there is that support side. There's the brand recognition side. There's the, I have Logitech everything else, right? Or there's the, I have a G29. Maybe I'll just go ahead and just use a Logitech and just upgrade to that, right? Instead of switching to something else altogether.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give it maybe like the other angle, why people may justify paying this kind of money for a Logitech wheel.
So now you know how the last thing that you just said, like why maybe I should just upgrade from a Logitech G29 to the
Mm-hmm.
Logitech DD wheel because it's still in the same family type stuff. See,
Right, right.
what you're saying is the same thing that like photographers do. Like we do that in like the thing is like I got these Nikon lenses. Why would I move platforms? Because all my lenses are
Right.
my Nikons, right? And
Yep.
it's not vice versa. Like if you have a Canon and you started with a Canon lens and Canon camera, those lenses
Mm-hmm.
will not change over to different models unless you have an adapter. And usually
Right.
because of the adapters, it shoots less, potent, right? But so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I see people. I can see why somebody would do that, but then logic would have to kick in at the end of the day and be like, all right, what's more beneficial for my bank account? You understand what I'm saying? What's more beneficial? Is it better to get something new, or would it be better to get something that's proven, plus some wheels that you some pedals that you'll never have to replace if you choose not to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like logic would kick in and be like, I'm just being honest. It seemed like the GTDD would be the better decision, or the Mazda R9 would be a better decision, low key.
I'm just saying, dude. Like, I think there really does need to be sort of like a heads up sort of comparison. Hint, hint. Logitech, if you want to send Jamal a unit, you can do that.
Yeah, because I just got my Fanatec GTDD, so I would love to.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If they want a front one for 30 days, man, send it on through. Hey, we'll do the test. Because we're curious. We think it's cool for Logitech to kind of enter into the direct drive game, but at that price clip, it's like, well, what kind of bells and whistles do you guys have that the other ones don't?
Yeah, I mean, so this is I'm gonna answer that question right now. Matter of fact,
Okay.
So we're on simracer reviews.com, and Coach Felix Koenig. Oh, I used to like Koenig wheels all the time when I would see them in like Car and Driver and stuff. Yo, but anyways, he did a review on the Pro Racing wheel, the new direct drive wheel from Logitech, and we're gonna scroll all the way down to the technical specifications. Okay.
Okay.
It has 11 Newton meters of torque, magnetic shifter, analog dual clutch paddles, 16-bit Hall effect sensors, 1080 degrees of rotation, quick release, internal cooling fan, OLED display. I mean, it does have 3 more Newton meters than the GTDD or the CSLDD.
So 1 Newton meter equals like 100 and something bucks.
That's what it's looking like, because let's keep in mind the direct drive from Fanatec is $650 with shipping. My region. This one is $1,000. So,
I mean, is there anything on those technical specifications that you don't see? I mean, outside of the difference in Newton meter torques, which at 3 Newton meters of torque, I don't even think you're going to really detect much of a difference, especially depending on your force feedback settings.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
I don't really think.
Is there anything on there that you see that isn't that the Fanatec doesn't feature?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, the Fanatec doesn't have an OLED display because, it just doesn't have an OLED display. It does have a cooling feature. Quick release doesn't make a difference because it's on the wheelbase itself. Yeah, I mean, the dual clutch doesn't matter. I mean, the only thing is technically beating it at is really the Newton meters of torque, because I don't really think people really care too much about that OLED display. Because
I think a test run is in order, man. We need to find out.
I think so too, because even at 11 Newton meters of torque, I'm like, you know what? If it was 15 Newton meters of torque, maybe they would have.
Yeah. If there was like a clear difference, dude, like I'd be like, okay.
Because I don't really think it's too much difference between 11 and 8, yo. I could be wrong, but I would like to be proved wrong if possible. So.
Well, there you have it. I mean, you have the Logitech Direct Drive wheel, $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it? I don't know.
Let's
have
see.
To find out.
If you think the Logitech wheel is worth it, type 8.
Yes, type 8.
if you think it's worth it, if you would buy the Logitech Direct Drive knowing all the other products that are offered to fellow sim racers like me and you, would you buy the Logitech Direct Drive Wheelbase? Answer
Yeah,
now.
we got